truly nourished me. Perhaps it was finally time to let go. The Watcher of Dawn's Grave. The silence of the cemetery was a comfort to me, a shroud that kept the living at bay. For decades I'd guarded this place, not because it was my charge, but because it was mine. This ground held my history, my pain, my end, and no intruder had ever dared linger long near my domain. Then tonight I felt the shift before I saw him. The living always carried their noise, their bright lights, their restless energy that scraped against the stillness of the afterlife. I watched as he moved among the graves, speaking loudly into the night. Why do they always talk so much? When he reached Dawn's grave, I stirred. Dawn, the Colonel's faithful warhorse, had never been anything but kind, even in death. I respected the creature's loyalty, but this man with his strange devices and his arrogance was different. He placed apples by the grave, speaking as if he could summon the dead to perform for his amusement. I felt Dawn's spirit stir faintly, always the obedient one, even to strangers, but I remained still, observing. Then the man crossed the line. He asked for signs, demanded responses, and finally I could bear no more. When the sound of trotting echoed through the night, I let my presence be known. My voice cut through the air, sharp and deliberate. Leave. The man froze, his bravado faltering. Good. Let him feel the weight of this place, the weight of me. Who said that? He called out, his voice trembling now. I didn't answer. Instead, I let a whisper escape, weaving through the air like a thread of smoke. Go. His fear was palpable and I reveled in it. He shouldn't have come here. This is not his place. He muttered something about grabbing his device, his bravado returning just long enough to excuse himself. Good. He was leaving. But then, as he fumbled with his equipment, I noticed his gaze linger on the mausoleum. The lights inside glowed faintly, a trick of the spirit world, meant to keep the curious away. Yet he stood there, staring, questioning. Foolish mortal. The air around me grew colder as I reached toward the door. I wouldn't allow him any closer. He knocked, and the sound echoed in the stillness like a drumbeat in a tomb. That was enough. I sent a shadow flickering across the lighted glass, letting him see the faintest hint of movement. His breath caught, and I felt a flicker of satisfaction. He wouldn't dare knock again. He stumbled back, muttering to himself, his confidence shattered. As he retreated, I stayed rooted to the ground, watching, ensuring he truly left. This was my domain, and the living were not welcome here. Not tonight, not ever. I have watched decades pass from the confines of this cold, unyielding mausoleum. The name Smiling Jack, a cruel echo of the face I wore in life, has become a haunting